Howdy y'all, it's Jakegel the Eagle here. Today we are finally going to be working on the next world for Punchball. World 1 is done, and I figured out the issue I was having with the field ball spawners, which I will address here. If y'all enjoy these devlogs, please leave a like and subscribe, and without further ado, let's get going. Before we begin, I'd like to take a quick run over the checklist of what we did in each devlog. In devlog 1, we added the spawner system, made them disappear on game over, and made them stay in the game field. In devlog 2, we added a timer script, fixed some UI for the restart buttons, and made a lose function that would be called if the timer hit 0. In devlog 3, we set up the UI for the score and high score, programmed the win function from when you make a certain score before the time hits 0, reprogram the lose function to only activate if the score is less than what is required by the time hit 0, and nearly died of frustration. In devlog 4, parts 1 and 2, we debugged a major issue where the balls wouldn't destroy on click, created assets for the specialty balls, described each specialty ball's abilities, programmed the specialty balls, created a function to control the amount of balls that are on screen, and created the Omni Shield, which would destroy balls that made it outside the game field. In devlog 5, parts 1 and 2, we began working on the other levels for World 1, created a start screen to begin the game, programmed in things to make the levels more difficult, and took some advice for refining the game. And finally, in devlog 6, we refined the levels for World 1, tested the game for playability, and took a very long time troubleshooting a very simple issue. Alrighty, so as mentioned in the last video and just now in the checklist, I was having an issue with the field ball spawners where they would only spawn 2 balls at a time on the field when they're supposed to spawn 4 balls at a time on the field. I had spent a lot of time trying to figure out what the problem was until I eventually discovered that the spawn interval time for the top 2 balls were set way beyond the bottom 2. So as you can see already, everything's already pretty much taken care of. This is post after I fix the issue. But if you go ahead and go into, where is it? Oh, this is World 1. I mean World 2. Okay, we're here now. Sorry about that little pause. But as you can see, spawn interval on 1 and 2 are 10. It's also the same for 3 and 4. I had them set to like 40 or 35 on the top 2 before. So these 2 would spawn, and then it would take forever for the other 2 to spawn, making it look like nothing was working right. And I had tried various different things, like changing the spawner scripts and everything else to try to get it fixed. And it's always the simple stuff, man. Always the simple stuff that gets me. But, you know, issue solved. The next thing I wanted to get going was getting everything set up for World 2. Now for this, I wanted to introduce the sniper ball. As you may remember, the sniper balls were the balls that I added into the original World 1 setup that are designed to cause chaos in their wake. Now, at the time of making these, I did not know exactly what I wanted to do with them, but as you can see in this screen, I kind of figured it out a little bit. I also reorganized my scripts, as you can see in the folder thing, and slowed down the sniper balls a little bit, so they caused chaos, but didn't make the game unplayable. So here's how I wanted the sniper balls to actually go for this level. I had them set up to spawn every 25 seconds, so in between them spawning in, you have enough time to easily catch other balls and avoid the death balls without very much penalty. And when the sniper balls do spawn, they give you 2 at a time so you can hit more bonus, and they do create a little bit more chaos. However, the chaos created here is nowhere near the amount of chaos that made the game unplayable, so the game is still very interesting and fun to play. Then it was time for the UI. I decided to make life easier on myself and copy the basic setup for the game, including the modified main camera, the square borders, and the 4 starter balls. Now we won't have the last World's issue of every background having a different color. Everything will be the same and everything will look the same. The next part of what I did would be to copy the UI over from World 1 and change the text color where I needed to fit the background. That way you can see it and it looks good. For example, a lot of the UI was black. I had to change it to white in order to match this new background color. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of New Game Developer Blunders. But first, a little bit of backstory. At this point, I had copied over the game enabler and it was working just fine. But then I added the sniper ball launchers. I did add 2 of them into the game as I decided to make this my Terminator Future War sort of theme, as I stated in one of my other devlogs. But then the issues appeared. This time with buttons. Oh boy, these were pushing mine. See, the problem here is that the button that was being used to load each level in the last world now wasn't working. I had created a new script for World 2 so it can load its levels and its levels only. However, the buttons just wouldn't click. At that point, I decided to try making an entirely new panel. So I made the entire panel again, and I'm still having issues getting the button to work. Though I must say the new panel does look a lot cleaner than the World 1 panel. This has taken way too long for me to figure out this issue. At the time that I wrote this part of the script, I was about a week late posting the video. At the time of me recording this right now, it's almost been a month and a half. So I am way late. So this video is going to be a lot shorter, and I'm going to go ahead and get it up. And I'm going to work on this issue in my next devlog. Now I know it's been a long time since I posted a video. The YouTube algorithm has made me pay for it, trust me. But I will be getting back into my routine now. I probably won't be able to release a video every week, but I will try to do it every other week, now that I have more responsibilities since the school year has begun for my siblings. So guys, if you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe, and if you have any ideas, please leave a comment down below, and hit the bell so you always know when I post videos, and if I am late, you can call me out on it. So guys, enjoy your all's day. I will see you all later. Jakeegle the Eagle out. Don't forget your coffee.